Hey y'all, it's Steve, Hobo with Wood, and this video I'm going to discuss troubleshooting limit switches. Troubleshooting limit switches. Which one of the four limit switches do you have going bad? Okay, this is going to be a discussion in theory because I don't have a machine that has a failing limit switch to show you, but I can demonstrate for you how to test to determine which one of the four limit switches you have that have failed or is failing. Now, most of your machines with limit switches, a quality built machine is going to have four limit switches. Four. One on the left of the X and one on the right of the X axis. So two on the top of the gantry, that's going to read as it goes to the extreme left of the axis or extreme right of the X axis. Same thing for the Y axis, all the way front and then one all the way back. So you've got limit switches that are failing. When you tell it to go to the home position, it ends up making a whole bunch of racket, grinding and popping. And typically what you're experiencing there is the stepper motor is still engaged and it is slipping on or jumping on the belt, which will chew your belt up. You don't want to do that. So how do you determine which one of the switches is a problem? Well, since it's doing this when it goes to the home position, then it's probably one of two switches. The one for the far left on the X axis, or one all the way to the front on the Y axis. Now, even though we're looking at the left front home position on this diode laser, this is the Roly XW. The Y limit switch for front or back are both located on the right side of the laser on the lower arm of the gantry. This arm right here, all the way to the bottom. That's where you'll find the Y limit switches on the Roly XW. Now, if you're having problem locating your limit switches, you can do this. With the laser turned off and moving the gantry very slowly by hand, once you get to where a limit switch should engage, you should hear the clicking of the arm on the limit switch engaging, unless that's your problem. You may have a bent arm on the limit switch that's not engaging the switch and not telling it to stop. So if you're not here, if you pull the laser or the gantry all the way to the front and you're not hearing a little click, 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 whenever you pull it all the way to the very front edge, then that's maybe the first thing to look for is that arm bent. But where is it? You don't know because you can't hear it. Slowly move it to the back of the machine and listen for an engagement, a click, 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 as you push it against its hard limit switch on the very back of the machine. Once you hear that, you start to look around, you'll see, okay, it's on the left, it's on the right. And more than likely, you'll find them on the same position on that arm, one in front of the other. Same thing goes on the X. Very slowly, if you move it all the way to the very far left of the X, you'll hear a click, click, or you should. And then the same thing on the far right. And that will help you identify by listening for the engagement of that switch. Never move it rapidly. That will cause feedback and power issues. You can short something out, so don't do that. Anytime you've got to move your gantry, move it so slowly enough that you do not see the fan of your laser module even begin to move. If you're grabbing that gantry and you're moving it and you see that spin, that fan spin up and spoil up, you moved it entirely too fast. Once you've located where your limit switches are at, Now you know where to visually look for the problems. Make sure none of those little arms are bent completely out of the way, preventing the limit switch from working. Sometimes that can happen just from cleaning your machine. Once you identify that all the switches are correctly formed, do not miss, the arm's not bent out of shape, then you're going to do this. Start with the laser in the home position as I have here. And if you're getting this, when you send your laser to home and all of a sudden you're getting that jumping, vibrating, that's the stepper motor not disengaging when it should. This is how you determine, is it on the X or is it on the Y? From home position, come over here and grab your pin and drop a pin about 1 inch off of the X-axis. We're just going to come over here about 1 inch off and come near the rear. And that's going to push the laser just barely off. Like I said, can I see? Let's go to console and let's get our location. So where did I end up here? 30, see, positions 32.88. So I'm about 32. I'm a little over 1 inch off, 32, 33 millimeters off the X-axis, but 374 millimeters all the way back here. Now, from this position, hit home. Let's see, laser home. And when you hit home, what's going to happen is your laser is going to start moving. And as your laser moves, it's going to travel that 1 inch or so to the 0X first. Not, it's going to be moving simultaneously, but it's going to zero out on the X before it does the Y. Once it zeroes out on that X, if you don't hear any, then that's most likely not the failing limit switch. It did its job. It hit the limit switch and the stepper motor quit. Then it's continuing to travel down the Y. And at that point, if you don't hear any unusual noise, then I'd be a little bit perplexed. Because when you're homing it, you're engaging those two switches, the X and then the Y. Or if we go back over here to light burn and drop a pin coming up about 1 inch on the Y and come across the front of it. Now, when we tell it to go home, it's going to make this distance travel very quick. And then it's going to travel all the way across. So it's going to engage that Y limit switch first. And if the Y limit switch is the one that's failing and causing all the racket noise, it'll do that as it's going all the way across the front over here until it reaches over here, and then it should come to a stop. So I don't know that and like I said, I'm talking from theory here because I've not had to do this. I've been very blessed. My machine has not had a failure with limit switches. But doing a test like that, where you only have to travel a very short distance on either one of the axes, and then a much longer distance on the other axis, should identify which one of the two switches is giving you a problem. Because either test is only using the same two switches. So if you take it 1 inch off the X and all the way back, and it just moves over an inch and then comes down to the front and doesn't make any racket, then maybe that's the trick. And again, strictly talking theory here. If it was traveling about equal distance from the middle of the machine to home, then it's moving in a diagonal to home position. And even when you take it 1 inch off the X, it's coming down and over. but it only has to go a short distance before it's going to hit its limit. And same thing if you come up from the bottom only about an inch, it's going to hit its limit before it does all the way across. But when you're traveling from a center position in the machine and coming to home, then the machine may not, it may give you more grinding noise for a longer period of time because it's got both motors engaged until they both zero out. Again, this is what I would do to test to try and find one stepper motor not disengaging from a limit switch engaging. You limit the distance that limit switch has got to travel. And that should, in theory, say, okay, look, I've traveled the X 1 inch and it didn't make any noise. And then came all the way down to Y and didn't make any noise. Come back over here, it traveled an inch on the Y, and now it's as it's going all the way across the X. Well, it's not the X that's giving you the problem. It's the one that's coming down to the Y. It's still engaged as it's trying to go back, or as it's continuing to go across the X. And then once the X gets there and it gets a 0, 0, then everything stops. That's what I would do to troubleshoot. Looking to see here. I'm helping someone as we do this, and I'm just seeing if they've tested that yet or not, and they haven't. I hope that makes sense. I hope, give that a shot if you're having limit switch issues, and drop some comments in below and let me know what happens. Because like I said, this is simply theory. I have not had a chance. Thank God, I have not had a problem with this. I haven't had to do any theories or test my theories. So look for that. Look to see which one is not disengaging after traveling a very short distance. And that one is most likely your limit switch problem. Now, if you're having problems with it going in the other direction, going away from home, that's an entirely different problem. Speculating here. If my machine starts out at 0, 0 home position, and it knows that it's in home position at 0, 0, and then it's going out, and I've told it to go over here and start doing some work, but it keeps going, well, then something's happened to cause light burn to, or not light burn, but to cause the laser not to know where it's at. And that might be something that's in the motherboard, that's caused it to lose its location. So it just keeps going until it hits a hard switch. And then once it hits the hard, it just keeps going because it doesn't know it should stop by now. And again, that is strictly theory, speculation even. So give that a shot. Try that, because I can't. But what I have found over the last several years is when one person's having an issue, so is someone else. So give this a shot to test and see if you can identify, using this method, which one of the two limit switches is not working correctly with traveling just a short distance to close the X or the Y, while the other one has to travel a much greater distance. And that should identify it. Should. Let me know in the comments. I'm Steve, Hobo with Wood. Thanks for watching.